day to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizing committee for giving this valuable opportunity as a keynote speaker in this global event. Today, I am going to deliver my speech on Sustainable Development Goals and importance of the poverty-related research. I will discuss it sharing the experiences through research I have done on poverty alleviation in Sri Lanka. Poverty is about not having enough money to meet basic needs including food, clothing, and shelter. Around 9.4% from the total world population are affected by extreme poverty in 2020. There are several world organizations paid attention on world poverty and hunger. Then the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015 indicated 17 Sustainable Development Goals for peace and prosperity for people and the planet. As I mentioned earlier, 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development has identified as poverty is the greatest global challenge and that eradication of poverty is a necessary condition for achieving sustainable development. Then they indicated Sustainable Development Goal 1 as poverty-free world. There are several strategies for reducing poverty in the world. Early in the 20th century, social programs and food subsidies programs were the main strategies to reduce poverty in the world. Hereafter, the market-based solution to reduce poverty has grown in the last decades. Microfinance used as an effective market-based approach to reduce poverty all over the country. This approach focuses on reducing poverty through empowerment by local small medium entrepreneurships. After 90 decades, microfinance has been identified as a key tool for reducing poverty in many developing countries such as Bangladesh, India, Thailand, like that countries. During the last recent decades, we have great world experience for using market-oriented community-based approach as the poverty alleviation strategy. There are key benefits, mainly availability of financial resources for low-income earners to enhance the human capital, promotion of livelihood, economic development activities, and to build a prosperous nation. With availability of the different type of poverty alleviation programs, academics, policymakers, and researchers are engaging to conduct different type of research on poverty alleviation. The main importance of these research are to understand how the world responded to the Sustainable Development Goals, to evaluate the outcomes of the poverty alleviation programs, and also to identify the knowledge gap, to identify the strength and weakness of the current strategies. Finally, research outcome will enable to formulate future policies to poverty alleviation. As the Sustainable Development Goal of United Nations, the first goal is free poverty by 2030. When reached to this goal as a country, Sri Lanka is still developing country. Poverty has been identified as a serious socio-economic problem to nations towards development and sustainability. The recent poverty estimated by Department of Census and Statistics Sri Lanka indicated that the overall poverty headcount ratio in Sri Lanka is 4.1% in 2016. That is the recent estimate. Then we can see overall poverty ratio is at a low percentage. when comparing the other developing countries. However, in the same year, the highest headcount ratio has been reported in the district of Kilinochchi. It was 18.2%. On the other hand, many other districts also have reported over 7% poverty headcount ratio. Meanwhile, contribution to the total poverty from the rural area was very high. It was 82.2% in the last estimated statistic. According to these data, we can see that disparities of the poverty level still exist across sectors and provinces. Microfinance has been identified as a key tool for combating poverty in recent past decades. Sri Lanka also launched several government and non-governmental microfinance programs. The year 2017 was declared as the year of poverty alleviation in Sri Lanka through the promotion of inclusive growth in keeping with the Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations. Samurdhi, called Divinagama as well as, is the current national poverty alleviation programs. It consists two different programs, namely subsidiary programs and the microfinance programs. The vision of the program is poverty-free, empowered and prosperous Sri Lanka by 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. 1.27 million poor families have benefited from that program in the recent year. The microfinance programs mainly consisted by two types of programs: microcredit saving programs. Saving and credit programs are operating through Samurdhi banks, insurance, non-financial service and social intermediation service are other service provided under the Samurdhi microfinance programs. There are wealth of research to evaluate the outcomes of microfinance programs on reducing poverty in Sri Lanka. Many of them have emphasized the impact of microcredit and savings on poverty. On the other hand, there are limited knowledge to identify the impact of microfinance on spatial poverty alleviation in the country. To fill these above gap, I have conducted a research in 2019 to investigating the impact of microfinance on spatial poverty alleviation in Sri Lanka. The study mainly focuses to investigate the effectiveness and weakness of the national microfinance programs on spatial poverty reduction. A questionnaire and group-based discussions were used as the data collection method from 497 clients in 5 districts in the country. The study revealed that microfinance had a great effect on the spatial poverty alleviation in Sri Lanka. The program enhanced the living standard of poor households. It increased consumption level of the families, and also it has increased the small-scale businesses. The outcome have found that insurance schemes are positively affecting risk management of poor in the area which affected natural disaster. This study identified key weaknesses of the program, such as there is no significant positive impact of microfinance or micro savings on spatial poverty alleviation. Quantitative research findings reveal that income has increased while the saving level of the recipient have not increased significantly or remains unchanged after utilize the microfinance facilities as a reason of high family expenditure. It's a high family expenditure of the poor families. The quantitative findings prove the social intermediation services through credit provider were entirely new concept for Sri Lanka. This concept was not expected to increase the social network of poor. The respondent was not satisfied with the amount and number of the turn of the insurance services as well. There are some challenges for payers as the national poverty alleviation programs in the country. The empirical analysis of the study concluded that Samurdhi program misses about 40% of the poorest household in the country. Samurdhi does not emerge as the efficient transfer programs to transfer large portion of its resources to the non-poor. While availability of the national poverty alleviation programs, the disparities of the poverty level still exist across sectors, areas, and especially in the disaster affected district. Then this research will contribute to different sectors, especially it would to addressing knowledge gap focuses on element of microfinance and poverty alleviation in Sri Lanka. And also these outcomes will be useful for entrepreneurs to understand the implication of microfinance in their businesses. On the other hand, government able to make necessary adjustment since the study was conducted based on the government microfinance programs. And also policymaker will able to utilize this knowledge for the formulation of policies on spatial poverty alleviation. Overall, it will contribute microfinance industries to develop their microfinance service more effectively. When we going to the reach the sustainable development goal, as a researcher, we have to conduct more and more research. Then this research outcomes are provide the directions for future researchers to find the research gap for their research. And also this research mainly based on government microfinance and its impact on poverty alleviation. Then future researchers are able to conduct research for non-government sector, how it affected to poverty alleviation. On the other hand, researchers are able to do some research for evaluating all the impact of microfinance in different countries. And thank you very much.